Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a collective haul for you guys. I've got some stuff from Sephora, from Ulta, CVS, Makeup Forever. I also have some Mario products and some things from Beautylish. So we're gonna do this a little bit differently than what I usually do. Usually I just kind of show you everything. I am gonna show you everything, but I'm also gonna be applying some of these products because there's some products here that I really wanna test out. And then I'm gonna show you the rest of the items at the end. So before we get started, if you're new here, I would love for you to join my channel. Also hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out new content. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this haul. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with some stuff that I bought at CVS. So this is not a new product, but I have used this on my channel before. This is the Essence Fix and Last Primer. I love this primer. The thing about this primer though is that you have to wait a few seconds before you apply foundation so that it will get like tacky on your skin. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over. At first when it goes on, it's like very smooth, kind of water-like, but like I said, you have to wait a few seconds for it to get tacky. So one of the things I purchased was this Joa Tinted Luminizer stick. I got mine in the shade Natural Beige. So this is what the packaging looks like. I did pick this up at CVS. I have really been loving the Joa products that I purchased recently. I love their concealer and their blushes. Their blushes are so good. They actually remind me like of high-end blushes. So yeah, so I wanted to try this tinted luminizer stick. It appeared to be like a foundation stick when I saw it in store. So this is what the packaging looks like. This is like really beautiful packaging. It has the rose gold top and then you open it up and here is the stick foundation. I am going to use a brush. I'm going to use this Zoeva buffer brush. I'm going to use a brush because I feel like a brush is easier to spread a cream stick foundation, and I feel like a sponge is just going to be a little bit harder to move around. So let's go ahead and put this on. And I will say, so far by putting it on, it is a very light coverage. Go ahead and see if we can build it up. It's going on really creamy. I do like that. So it's easy to blend, it's easy to maneuver. Now I'll go in with the brush and just kind of press that in. So as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of coverage. It's a very light coverage foundation. If I didn't have hyperpigmentation, this would be really pretty on the skin. But because I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation, I probably wouldn't end up using this. I'm gonna go ahead and try to build it up a little bit more just on these areas that I have the hyperpigmentation. I don't know how well it's going to build up. I honestly think we're not going to get a lot of coverage from this, but I will say that if you have really beautiful flawless skin, you're going to love this because it's really pretty on the skin. Can you guys see? It has like a natural glow to it. All right, so we're going to put something over that. So yeah, I wanted to test this out really bad. I thought it would be a really nice foundation. It says it's a tinted stick, so I should have known by the word tinted that it was probably just not going to have any coverage. But to be honest, some things that are tinted will have like medium coverage. Some things will have maybe a little bit more than medium coverage. So that's why I wanted to give it a try. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. I just don't think it's going to be a foundation for me. We're gonna go ahead and move on. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this Flawless Matte CC Cream. This is by Neutrogena. I'm gonna add this on top of the tint and I'm just gonna put a little bit on. I'm not really going anywhere today, so I don't need to have like a full face of makeup, but I do want a little bit of coverage so I can go ahead and apply some more products that I want to show you. Now it's a matte foundation, but the tint is making it glow like way overboard. Normally this foundation doesn't look this glowy, so I know it's the tint stick, the luminizer stick, that's making it glow like that. But we're gonna powder, so not to worry. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape just over this area. So let's go ahead and powder really quickly. I do have a powder that I bought from Sephora. It's the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is the Ultra Blur Powder. So I think today's gonna be a great day to test this because we're so glowy. I wanna see how well this goes on. But I got mine in Translucent Honey. There is a translucent, there's a honey, and I think there's a darker shade. I ended up getting honey because I feel like honey's a good medium shade. So here's the packaging. It looks like your typical Laura Mercier packaging, but the top is more like a blush color. And you'll see I put a little bit in the cap and it does have a tint to it. I'm gonna take a powder brush and I haven't put concealer on yet, but that's okay. Put it on in just a second. Let's see how this blur powder works. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That looks really nice. It like blurred everything. My pores are blurred. Oh, it looks so pretty on the skin. Wow, I love that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. I'm gonna put some concealer on. Since I don't have a new concealer that I bought, I'm gonna use the Joa Concealer because I do love this concealer. Just gonna use this concealer brush and blend this out. I'm really impressed with that powder, guys. It like blurred everything and made everything look so smooth. I'm gonna go in with my Nye Powder. I've already showed you guys this on my channel. It's not a new product. I love this product for the under eyes. It brightens my under eyes. It just makes them look so smooth. I'm just pressing that in. You see how it brightens my under eyes? Yeah, so far for this new Laura Mercier powder, I do think it looks really beautiful on the skin. It's very, very smoothing, looks gorgeous. So yeah, so that's a new product. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows really quickly, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try on some more makeup. All right, guys, I went ahead and did my brows. Now I'm going to try this Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics bronzer. I bought it in the shade Buns Out. I actually bought this at the Morphe store. I saw that they had it in store, and I got to see the shades. So here is the packaging, really pretty packaging. I love this bronze packaging with the gold J. And then here is Buns Out. Buns Out is a bit warm, but when I tried it, it just seemed like it was the perfect shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up. I am using a stippling brush because I'm not sure how pigmented this is, and I don't want it to come off too crazy. That is pretty, but it is a bit orange. I like the formula. The formula is really smooth, but it looks a bit orange on the skin. Maybe it'll tone down a little bit once I do all my makeup, but just by looking at it, it does look like a little orange. I don't know how it looks like to you guys, but it does appear to be a little orange on the skin. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and then we'll kind of figure out how it really looks. Let's go ahead and start putting on blush. I did pick up a new blush that I want to try today. This one is by Wet n Wild. It's not a new blush, but it's something that I picked up at CVS that I wanted to try. This is actually the shade Floral Majority, and I just thought that this was such a pretty color in store. So that is the shade right there. It's a really pretty shade. Let me swatch it so you guys can see. It's very like kind of peachy pink. I'm just gonna get a brush and rub it on the top of the stick, and I'm just going to press that onto the skin. Oh wow, that's pigmented. That's really pretty. I will say that it looked like when I used that stippling brush that it took off some of my foundation. So I'm gonna go over it and blend it in with this, whatever I have left on this brush. This is not taking off my makeup. I just noticed that when I started putting the blush on, that stippling brush rubbed some of the makeup off. But that is a beautiful shade. Wow, that's really pretty. I think this was only like $3. One other thing that I picked up from CVS that's new to me is this Crystal Glow Jelly Balm highlighter. This is by Joah. Because it says Jelly Balm, I hope that it's one of those highlighters that looks very like natural light, but it's such a pretty highlighter. Here's the shade. Look how gorgeous that is. Oh yeah, ooh, that's pretty. It looks wet on the skin. That's what it looks like to me. Does it look wet to you guys? I'm gonna put a little bit above my eyebrows. Yeah, it has a wet look to it. I'm trying to see if it has any glitter. Ooh, when I swatch it too, look, it hardly comes off on my finger. It looks like it might have glitter in it, but when I looked at it close up, it looks reflective, but it doesn't have glitter in it. That's it right there. You see how clear it is, but it's shiny? It has that wet look to it. And that is the Crystal Glow Jelly Balm Highlighter. This is JC602. That's the shade. So the next product I'm going to put on, I bought this at Ulta. This is the Revolution Shadow Balm. So this is what it looks like. And I saw like 3 or 4 of these. They had like a lavender, I think they had like an iridescent one, they had this one, they had a green one, and I really wanted to try the bronze one. You guys know I love me some cream shadows and some liquid shadows. They're just so easy to apply and they just look really beautiful on the eye. And I love it when there's a cream shadow that when you put it on, you have time to blend it out and it just blends out beautifully and has really good pigmentation. So hopefully this is the same. This is is the applicator. It's a very thick applicator, which I like. I think it's gonna place really nicely on the eyelid. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and place this on my lid, and then I'm just gonna take a brush and blend it. Oh wow, that looks so beautiful, and it does give me time to blend it. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that is. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, let me put a little bit more on this eye. It's so easy to apply too, guys. I should have picked up the other shades. They had some really beautiful shades. Super impressed with this, guys. Super impressed. Just so gorgeous. So that is definitely a yes. I need to look at the other shades. Like I said, there was only 4 shades total, if I'm not mistaken. This is just such a beautiful bronze shade. So now I'm going to set my face with this Joa Setfection. This is called Extreme Spray. And this is a setting spray. It has hyaluronic acid and Centella Asiatica extract. I guess that's how you say it. Extreme transfer proof setting spray. So we are going to place this on my skin, and we're also going to see if it's transfer proof. This is what it looks like. And then we're going to go ahead and shake it up and spray. Ooh, the mister's nice. It doesn't really smell like anything, and it's so nice on the skin. It feels very cooling. So we're gonna let that set for a little bit, and then we're gonna see if it transfers onto like a tissue. I did purchase 2 more of the LA Girl LumIlicious lip glosses. I tried one, I fell in love with it, so went ahead and bought 2 more. The shades that I purchased in this are Chill and Crushing. So Chill is the top one, Crushing is the bottom. I have already tried both of them. I love them. I'm just gonna use this lip liner from Sephora. This is in the shade Knock on Wood. I'm just going to line my lips. Let's go in with Crushing. Look how pretty that is. The pigmentation is so good in these, guys, and it feels so good on the lips. Very creamy. They kind of remind me like of a lipstick, just a glossy lipstick. Okay, so that is it for me trying some of these new products. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through these products and show you guys what else I purchased. So let me do the transfer test first. Here is the tissue, it's clean. It's not transfer proof. It's not transfer proof. Let me try this side. Yeah, it's not transfer proof. Although it felt really nice on the skin, it's not transfer proof. Anyway, at least we tried it, right? At least we tried it. I know I said I was gonna go ahead and start with the haul, but let me go ahead and go over the products that I use. The Jaclyn Hill bronzer. This bronzer is way too orange for me. It looks more like a blush on my skin, so that is a big no. And then for the Joa Crystal Glow, I love this product. I think it's so gorgeous on the cheek. It's a very wet look, but it also looks very natural on the skin. You're not seeing that streaking type of highlighter. So I do love this. I'm in love with this eyeshadow, guys. This eyeshadow is bomb. It's so good. I also love the cheek color that I got from Wet n Wild. And of course, you already know that I love the LA Girl glosses. As for the tint is just too light for me. I had to go in with another foundation. It's a beautiful tint if you like light makeup. I think it's beautiful on the skin. So yeah, if you're into lighter makeup that has like a light medium coverage, then this is gonna be for you. It's really nice. For the Laura Mercier powder, this is gorgeous. Love it. Love how it blurs my pores. Love how it blurs the skin. I think it looks beautiful on the skin. So yeah, this is a big yes, because I love the way that looks. So now let's get into the other products. Sephora had a 20% off foundation sale. I think it lasted maybe a week, if I'm not mistaken, but I did purchase some foundations that I love. One of the foundations that I purchased, and I purchased it in 2 shades, and this one I've been loving forever. It's a Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I ended up getting the shade 7.75 and 8. So I went ahead and picked up both of those. I picked up 7.75 so that when I self tan, I'll have a darker shade. This is the 7.75. And then I also picked up the shade 8, which is a little bit darker, but I wanted to kind of mix this this one with the 6.5 just to see how it looks. I already own the 6.5. These are just shades that I can transition into like summer or when I self-tan, or you know, in the winter I'll probably just use 6.5. That's actually the perfect shade for me during the winter. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that I did get those two. And then I ended up picking another All Hours foundation by Yves Saint Laurent. This one is one of my favorite foundations. I did pick it up in a darker shade. I picked it up in BD55. I have it in BD50. BD50 is more of like a neutral shade, and then BD55, the one I purchased, has a little bit of yellow tint to it. It's a little bit darker, but I think if I mix both of them, I can get a good shade when I'm self-tanned or when I'm darker. So yeah, that's why I went ahead and purchased the darker one, and I love that foundation. That's one of my favorites as well. So the last thing I picked up can be a foundation, but really, honestly, I use it as powder, and I bought another one size powder in the shade 4G. You guys have seen me use this. I use it a lot when I overdo it on my blush. I use it for toning down my blush, and I think it just sets my blush beautifully. So yeah, so I did purchase this one in that shade, but those are the foundations that I picked up during the sale. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with the stuff I got from Ulta. So I did pick up the Morphe Supreme Brow, which I should have used today. I don't know why I didn't use this, but this is a Supreme Brow 5-piece artist brow kit. So this is what that looks like, and I thought this was a steal because it was a $25 brow kit. It comes with the sculpting and shaping wax. It comes with the dual-ended eyebrow brush, the micro brow pencil in Java, the brow powder in Java, and then the brow cream in Java. So yeah, I'm super excited to try this. I did get Java because I felt like Java would be like a good shade for me. So yeah, so I'm going to be trying this very soon. Like I said, I should have tried it today. I don't know why I did not try it, but yeah, I should have tried it today. Anyway, they ended up having, I think during the time that they had lipstick week or lipstick day, I can't remember, annual lipstick day, something like that. I ended up picking up 3 shades of the KVD lipsticks. These are the stick lipstick. When I swatched them in store, they seemed like they were very moisturizing, and I'm pretty sure they are, but this is what they look like. Just really pretty packaging. And then of course, this is the lipstick itself. I did end up getting this shade, which is a really dark shade, but it's really pretty. This is called Zine Queen. This is a really beautiful like brown tone lipstick. This reminds me of back in the day when I used to wear like browns in the 90s when I was growing up, but that's it right there. That's Zine Queen. Such a beautiful, gorgeous brown shade. And then I ended up getting this one, which is a nude shade, and it's called Womankind, but that's what it looks like. And this one was really gorgeous too, guys. It's such a beautiful nude shade. So it's that one right there, so pretty. And then the last one is a really bright shade, and this one's really pretty, and it's called Upspeak. This one I had to search for at Ulta's because they were already sold out in most of the Ulta's that I went to. Kind of like an orange red shade, and I'll show you. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I can't wait to wear that one. I ended up picking this REM Beauty cheek and lip color. I've used this already. I used it on my cheeks and my lips. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so gorgeous. I love the REM Beauty cream sticks. They're just so good. But this is Broadway Baby. Look at how pretty that is. It is insanely gorgeous. It's like the perfect shade just to give you that flush of color on the cheeks or on the lips. Another item I purchased was the Essence 16-Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. I've worn this before, and I didn't really get to test it that long. I only wore it for like 4 hours. I just used it over some foundation one night, but I didn't even wear it for maybe like, I want to say like 3 or 4 hours. So I want to really put this through the test and try it out for you guys. I got the shade Brown Sugar. This is a really nice shade for me. I ended up buying at Ulta 2 new e.l.f. Luminous blushes. I love e.l.f. cream blushes. I especially love the Luminous ones. I've already used this one, which is the shade Maui, and I'll show you guys. You'll see I put a dent in there. I didn't think it was gonna show up on me, but it did, and it's just beautiful. The other shade that I purchased is this one right here called Isla Del Sol, and I think it's gonna be perfect with that lipstick that I just showed you from from KBD. It's just a really nice bright orange shade. I'm really looking forward to wearing this. I think that orange shade is just gonna like pop on the cheeks. I ended up buying 2 more of the Essence highlighters. You guys know that I love these new Essence highlighters. I ended up buying 2 more, Divine and Staggering. There were like 5 or 6 of these, if I'm not mistaken. There might have been 4, but I know there was quite a few shade-wise. But I ended up buying both of these. These highlighters, to me, they honestly compare to the high-end ones. They're that beautiful on the skin. So I ended up getting both of those. I bought some lipsticks and a palette from ColourPop, and I wasn't gonna buy this palette, but when I saw it being used on somebody's channel, and I cannot remember the name of the person, so forgive me for that, but I saw it on her channel and I was like, oh my gosh, that palette is just gorgeous. And I was really trying not to buy that palette, but I ended up buying it because I fell in love with the colors in it. But it's called the On the List palette by ColourPop. I mean, this palette is so stinking pretty, but this is what it looks like. I love the packaging. Packaging is so cute. And then look at these shades, y'all. I love those shades. Every single one of them is gorgeous. Every single one of them. So yeah, so I'm gonna be using this in a video very soon because I wanna check it out. I wanna try this out. I also broke down and bought 2 lipsticks. This one's called Still Crazy, but look how cute the packaging is. So cute. It has little flowers on it, but this is the shade. Really beautiful, like rosy toned type shade, and I'll swatch it so you guys can see. Beautiful, like pink rosy toned shade. It was very creamy too when I swatched it. Really nice. And the other shade that I got is called, this one's a little bit darker. This one's called Ivar. I don't know what that means, but this is a beautiful dark berry shade. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, that's so pretty. So it's like a dark berry red. It's really pretty. And then I saw this. I purchased a, what was it? Hard Candy pastel palette, and I really loved it. But I saw this one and I was like, you know, I don't really wear pastels, but I'm gonna start wearing them. These are so pretty. And this is by Juvia's Place. This is the Garden of Juvia's. Look how beautiful that packaging is. But oh my gosh, y'all, this is so stinking pretty. Look at these pastel shades, guys. I cannot wait to use these. I think that even though they're pastel, I could definitely like mix them with other shades in the fall. I'm trying to show you guys exactly how they look. They're not super light. They do have a little bit of, you know, they have like a little bit of maybe like depth to them. So I did purchase that one. And then I also got a lip gloss from them. The one I wanted was the pink one, but I ended up getting this one. And this one is actually called Pink Bay. It's not pink, it's actually orange. But the one I really wanted was pink and it was sold out. But this one's beautiful too. It has some pigmentation to it. It's a very beautiful orange shade. So here's Pink Bay. It's kind of like a bright orangey peach shade. I've already worn this, guys, on the lips and it just looks outstanding on the lips. Those are the items that I actually picked up at Ulta. And then I picked up a few items that are not from Ulta. They're actually from each brand. I went onto the website and picked up from the brand itself. So the first thing I picked up was the Makeup Forever palette. So this is a palette that I saw Hailey Bieber use on one of her, I think she was doing her makeup with Vogue, something like that. But she talked about this palette and how versatile it was and how much she loved it. And this is what the palette looks like, guys. It is an all cream palette and it has like blushes in here. It has, you know, concealer. It has a bronzer. It has everything you could possibly need for cream products in one little bitty package. So I'm definitely going to be using this. I'm probably going to have a video just dedicated to this. But yeah, I saw that she had that. And I think when I went on Makeup Forever's website, it was like maybe 20% off if you signed up. If I'm not mistaken, 15 or 20% off if you signed up for their emails, and I ended up getting one. Then I went on to Mario's website and I ended up picking up 3 of his lipstick glosses. They're actually called Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serums. They're serums, but they look like a gloss on your lips. I ended up purchasing another Rose Glow, and the reason I did is because I washed mine in the washer with my pants. I don't know how I did that, but I washed it with my pants and the dang thing just disintegrated. There was nothing left. This is the Rose Glow. I love this shade, so I had to purchase another one. And then I ended up getting 2 new ones that he has. Apparently he's been doing Moisture Glow Mondays. Every Monday, I think in the last 3 weeks, he's come out with a new Moisture Glow. So I ended up getting 2 of the newer ones. One of them is called Blush Glow. The other one is Pink Glow. So I got these 2. I will be using them very soon. I love these. I know a lot of people have like mixed feelings about these. Some say they're too goopy. Some say, you know, that they look gorgeous on the lips. I'm like the people that say they look gorgeous because I feel like these really plump my lips and make them look so nice and juicy. So yeah, I love these, and I did purchase just 3 of them from his website. So the last items that I purchased are some items that I have been wanting for like a long time, and I just never really got around to purchasing them. And I purchased these a while back. I want to say probably in the beginning of June, and I got them from Beautylish. So I went ahead and picked up some of Hindash's makeup, and I ended up picking up 2 of his palettes. These palettes are so unique that I knew that I wanted to try them, and I wanted to add them to my collection because they're so like unique and uniquely beautiful. This is called the Monochromance. This is a cheek, eye, blush, bronzer, everything that you need is in here, is what he says. So in that beautiful, has some beautiful shades in there. I love like the ombre effect that it has throughout the palette. It's just a really unique, beautiful palette. I am going to dedicate a video just to Hindash's makeup that I purchased, but I ended up getting this palette as well. This is the one that he came out with first, and this one's called Beauty Topsy Pressed Pigment Palette, and this is what that looks like. The other one I showed you is the more newer one that he released, but this is the one that he released a long time ago, and look how gorgeous that one is. Oh, I'm in love with these palettes. They're so pretty. You know, I saw them online and I knew that they were pretty online, but once I picked them up and saw them and I had them in my hands, I was just so like in awe of them because they're just so gorgeous. The last items that I picked up, and I think these were like a kit, so I got like 2 lipstick kits if I'm not mistaken, and I think an eyeliner came with one of the palettes. Okay, so these were part of a kit. So I got 2 eyeliners, 1 lip liner, and then 2 lipsticks. Let's look at the eyeliners real quick. He calls these the eye tone pencil. Okay, so this is one of the eye pencils. It says Hindash on the end, and this is like, ooh, this is like a beautiful creamy brown. That's it right there. This is called Intra. So that's one of the eye pencils. And I think this one's the same one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look to see if it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one. So I must have gotten like a package deal on these, and they came with 2 eye pencils. So yeah, so this is the same eye pencil. This one's a lip liner. This is called Hush, and that's what the Hush shade looks like. Wow, this is such a pretty lip liner. Look at that. So that's Hush. And then of course I bought 2 lipsticks, and I think these came as a kit as well. So here is the lipstick. It has kind of an aluminum feel. It's not plastic. It has like an aluminum feel to it. This one is the one I really wanted. It's called Call Me Peaches. That's the shade right there. Oh wow, this is really creamy. And it doesn't have a scent to it. And that is Call Me Peaches, peachy nude shade. And then the other one that I picked up, this one is a matte balm, and this is called Rest in Roses. The Peaches one's an ultra matte, and then the one that's Rest in Roses, this is a matte balm. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. So that is Rest in Roses. Yeah, so this one's a matte balm. It looks really dark, but it's not gonna come off as dark. It's gonna come off like a, kind of like a sheer matte shade. There it is right there. Isn't that pretty? Perfect for like those fall and winter months. One last thing that I did pick up, this one's from CVS. This is the Essence Blush in Bespoke. This is a really pretty blush. I don't know what I did with my Bespoke blush, but this is one that I know I'm gonna love on my cheeks. It's got like a really pretty sheen to it, but that's it right there. You can hardly tell, but I've used it before on my cheeks, and it's just a really pretty blush. That pretty much completes this haul. I just wanted to show you guys everything. I will be doing videos using a lot of these products. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Take care, and we'll see you guys on the next one.